The heir apparent, 72, visited Scotland with his wife, Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, 74, this week. The pair were pictured wearing tartan as they were shown around the Ballater Community and Heritage Hub in Ballater, Aberdeenshire. Known north of the border as the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay, the couple unveiled a plaque to commemorate the hub, before stopping at local shops and businesses. Their trip took place on the 24th anniversary of the death of Princess Diana, who died in a car crash in Paris in 1997. Charles, who is the longest-serving heir to the throne in British history, chatted with locals in Ballater as he and Camilla walked through the village. In recent times, the Prince of Wales has carved out a more neutral reputation, as he waits to succeed his mother, the Queen, to the throne. However, the royal has a checkered past, and has been involved in a string of controversies over the years, including in relation to the Iraq War. A recently resurfaced cache of letters penned by Charles reveal how he lobbied former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Known as the Black Spider Memos, the letters, published by The Guardian, show that Charles wrote to ministers in 7 UK government departments between 2004 and 2005. The Prince of Wales tried to influence the government over some of his favourite topics, including agricultural issues and climate change. But Charles also warned Mr. Blair in a 2004 letter that British soldiers in Iraq faced delays over getting the necessary equipment for their operations. He wrote, "I mentioned to you that during a recent visit to Northern Ireland I was able to see the hugely impressive airborne surveillance capability provided by the armed forces in the province and, increasingly, in support of British forces in Iraq. In particular, I saw the Army Air Corps' Oxbow equipment, which is a major advance in surveillance technology. The aim of the Ministry of Defence and the Army Air Corps to deploy this equipment globally is, however, being frustrated by the poor performance of the existing Lynx aircraft in high temperatures. Despite this, the procurement of a new aircraft to replace the Lynx is subject to further delays and uncertainty due to the significant pressure on the defence budget. I fear that this is just one more example of where our armed forces are being asked to do an extremely challenging job, particularly in Iraq, without the necessary resources." U.S., British and other Allied forces invaded Iraq in March 2003, aiming to destroy alleged Iraqi weapons of mass destruction. According to royal commentator Robert Jobson, Charles was diametrically opposed to the Iraq strategy employed by Mr. Blair and then U.S. President George W. Bush. Writing for the Daily Mail in 2018, Mr. Jobson said that if Charles had been king at the time he would have advised the Prime Minister against military action. The Prince, he wrote, would likely have urged the government to listen to the warnings of Arab leaders in the region, some of whom Charles had close relationships with. Mr. Jobson quotes a former source close to the Prince as saying, "There is no doubt Mr. Blair would not have been given an easy ride from HRH over Iraq too." Related articles: BBC had to decode news of Princess Diana's death from authorities. Sophie Wessex. Lady Louise's site-inspired campaign to support blind Prince Charles' displeasure with Kate and William after royal tour.